You know, um, I don't think this is gonna get many views or so. Maybe if someone comes across it, they come across it. Maybe I felt it'd be better if I just add in my 2 cents, or maybe it doesn't really matter, but I felt I'd add it anyway. You know, maybe just to give people who maybe share the same perspective or have the same situation I do, who knows. Yeah, this is on the topic of Etika. I didn't really follow too much on the Etika story in the beginning. I only knew Etika, I believe, for Smash and just his reactions and such. And I did watch him at some point in time back in high school. It was pretty enjoyable. But let's focus on what's now. I didn't know how bad the situation was. I had only hadn't seen him in like years. I hadn't looked until only a couple months ago or so. I watched a video someone made on an issue with him, and just covered a topic of what could have been happening with Etika. I didn't know if it was really a mental illness. I thought he was just going for almost attention, but not really attention. Maybe that YouTubers, kind of views. I don't know, something of the sort. I just didn't think it was good, but I didn't want people to give attention to it because, if you give attention to such, then it just leads to worse things, and that's where I know it's right. At least there. And it's sucky. It's really stupid. And just watching, just I was always on Kick, and I just heard from the grapevine, just someone was just talking about it, and I just thought, wait, Etika, that makes no sense. Why would he go and do something of the sort? That's a little overboard, and that's exactly what he did. So. And I researched it just only today, only recently. And just to see that last video, just of him talking about that he was going to go through with it, that stings. It's not as terrible for me, but that's because I'm not taking it so sadly. It's just I see the situation. I understood what he meant, what he took by it. If it was a mental illness, then heck, I'm sorry. But if it wasn't, and and he really does just say that he understands the situation he was in, he basically he shut everything out. He admitted that, and he even admitted that at the point he was at, he couldn't simply apologize or anything else because that would just be put as publicity. His reputation was tainted. It seriously was. There's just, I could understand, but if he hadn't done what he did and just took that final leap, I would have thought that Etika could have bounced back. And I think many knew that he could have, but I don't think he saw that. And that's where I felt terrible. As I'm not going to go into it myself, but I've lost people for the almost similar reasons as such. They don't think that they could bounce back from some things, or just things happen, and that's the fucking result. And you want people to know that they can fucking bounce back. And just like he said that people out here are his niggas, like, for real. Like, that's just what it is. Like, people really are there for him, and you would want him to know that, and I believe he did know that, but he still went through with what he did. So That's the shitty part. But you know, I see channels trying to gain some fame from it, some that are using these fucking stupid thumbnails. And you know, even though that's their fucking opinion or that's their choice, that's it sucks to see that it's gonna become that. You know, people like Omni that really don't want to see that. You know, I just recently watched this video, so I already get where he's coming from. No, I mean, I could be as easily much of a fucking clown myself if, you know, I could just count that I wasn't there for the whole situation. I didn't look at it all. I only briefly saw it because it was a fucking recommended video for fucking YouTube. Because, you know, that's just how YouTube goes, so. So, I mean, mostly now I'm pretty much over it. But, I mean, just seeing things and watching videos and just looking at comment sections, it makes me want to add in my 2 cents everywhere, and then just have people realize from a different perspective that it's a fucking waste of time to talk with these other YouTubers that, or anybody else that just, you know, turns it into a joke or so. I mean, it's gonna be turned into a fucking meme. That's inevitable. I mean, people are going to say whatever stuff they say, and it's going to offend people. That's going to be inevitable. Instead of us using our energy to give into them for what they want, we could just focus on ourselves and focus on what Etika did tell us. And what he did say in that last video was plenty of things that we could follow now. I mean, I think the most basic thing is, you know, learn something from it. Really learn something. That's what he hoped for, even though he knew that it would blow over and that, you know, we would move on. Learn something from it. For the people that can, learn something from it. Take something from it. I mean, the Smash community is a fucking great community. I don't know, it's toxic at some parts, but sometimes it's fucking great. And the videos I watched, for the people I have, the genuineness, the excitedness from certain things, it's just great. And, you know, if anything, let it bring you together a little bit more. Just maybe keep yourself on higher alert. Or maybe just fucking, even if a guy is joking around or he feels like he's trying to do it all for the YouTube views or so, I mean, just tell him and give them a chance. Give some YouTubers a chance for the safe space. You know, the space they realize, like, yeah, they can step down. They don't have to put up such a fucking high image to get views, you know. They don't have to try so fucking hard. I mean, maybe that's what he wanted. He wanted to try hard and for the viewers. I mean, I don't blame him, but the way it went about it and how it went on, that's the real shitty part. And how it ended, the show didn't have to end like that. So, I mean, he said for us to not blame ourselves, but the blame can go both ways. It can go everywhere. We can take the blame and he can take the blame. You know, I mean, for what he did, sucks that we didn't get the chance. I mean, we did have a chance, but, you know, it just didn't get to happen. So, you know, I really wish, you know, he got to see a different path instead of what he chose. And I wish that we had, you know, done something, or someone had done something, because obviously I wasn't there. I wasn't there in those moments, you know. Even if I could say that I'm one small person, one insignificant person that's going to make this YouTube video, that's going to be so insignificant, I don't care if it gets views or not, but I'm making it. If I could have at least started, you know, if I could have at least added my 2 cents in, who knows what the hell could have happened? Who knows what the hell could have been done? All I know is that I was sitting on the sidelines, and yeah. Maybe sometimes we all are insignificant. And I mean, if what he wanted was attention, you know, I mean, even if it was for good, because I'm not saying him wanting attention as a bad thing. I mean, it's something else entirely. But we could still healthily give attention, even though that's something I usually go against, especially when it comes to people with self-harm, because I don't want them to take it as a gateway to keep falling on and then learn something as a bad habit to keep going through to gain that attention. No, I would prefer it to be a healthier way where it's just genuine and you don't have to try so hard to gain it. But, it could have been better. It could have been just done so much fucking better. Um, I don't know. Um, I mean, heck, I'm just riding the wave. I'm just kind of going along and seeing where this goes. I kind of really. It sucks that I didn't get to see the missing part, and I would have probably believed too that he's maybe just missing and he's not gone. But I came in right where it was confirmed, so I think that's just that. Um, I don't know what much else to say. Yeah, I'll just post it. Yeah.